So I just came off finishing Your Lie in April, and wow, that felt like one long movie. 22 episodes of that was fun. That was absolutely fun. I don't think out of the past animes I've watched on this channel, I think this one has definitely left a mark on me, and I don't have any words to say about this. What I will say is I'm happy that I was able to watch this show. I will be honest, I did not cry. Okay, but that doesn't mean the show was any bad just because I couldn't cry. Mind you, I came off of another anime called Violet Evergarden, and I was unfortunately very disappointed with how that anime turned out. And so when I came into Your Lie in April, I was a little skeptical. I was thinking that with how Violet Evergarden ended up being, I thought this was gonna be another difficult thing for Your Lie in April to do. And the first episode, I still remember that. I still remember that first episode when Kose ended up meeting Kaori, and I remember that OST when she invited him to watch her play. I That felt like a personal invitation, to this story, and what a journey has it been. I mean, wow. I didn't cry. I didn't cry. I think there were some moments where I was close to crying. A little bit of it, of course, was me, putting myself in his shoes, and if you had somebody close to you, right, have that kind of moment, you've been with them in that short period of time, you've grown attached to them, and then knowing that they don't have that much time left, that is a really scary thought to have. And I think this show, even I would love to critique it. I would love to critique it. I think there's flaws. There will always be flaws in shows, but in this particular show, I don't want to. It feels odd. It feels odd. The past animes that I've finished on this channel, Demon Slayer, Tokyo Ghoul, Serial Experiments Lane, and Violet Evergarden, all four of these anime, I went extensively on talking about them and voicing out my thoughts and telling you how I feel about them, what went wrong with some of them or what was good. But this one is different. It's just really different. Something about this show is, I've always had this in my head when I was describing how this show made me feel. It feels like a younger brother. And you know how younger brothers are. Younger brothers, they're annoying. They're flawed, of course. You sometimes get mad at them, but you always care for your younger brother. You always care for your younger siblings, even if they might be annoying, even if they do mistakes, even if they break something that you own, or maybe they stole something from you. You can't truly hate them. You can't get mad at them. You can't criticize them fully because you love them. And that's the same thing with this show. This is how I feel about Your Lie in April. And I'm so glad. I am really, really glad that it's another emotional anime. It's probably gonna flop. It's probably not gonna do as well. They're probably not gonna convey the emotion, convey the message, or convey the feelings properly. And they were able to. And I'm really happy with this anime because, again, I just came off of Violet Evergarden, and that one I had high hopes for it. I really did. And I'm so glad that Your Lie in April, it went so well. It absolutely went so well. And I do want to talk a few things. If you hear me start talking like this means the story got to me. If you hear me talking about specifically the characters rather than the story, rather than the writing itself, you surpassed it. And I want to talk as if like these were actual people. It's funny because when the series ended, they had like photos or they had still images of Kaori popping up throughout the credits, right? And I thought for a second, like, if this was a real life story that was turned into an anime, I would actually I would actually be moved. I would actually be moved because sometimes you think, oh, if it's something based on real life, it does seem a little dramatic for it to be like real life. I don't care. I'd rather it be that. If somebody made this story because of something that they experienced, and then they made it dramatic because that's how they felt during that moment, that's how they felt, and that's how they saw things, and I'd rather watch that. And I'm very happy that this show turned out amazing. And here, one of the few characters, I love Kosei. I really do love Kosei. I love his character, and everything that he's gone through. I'm just glad that even after his mom's passing, Kaori pops up into his life, and he was able to get out of that dark place that he was in. But losing Kaori as well, this time it's like he's finally realized that he's got people around him, right? Even if Kaori is gone, he's got people around him, and that even while she's gone, continue on playing the piano, letting other people hear your songs, letting other people hear how you play the music, how you play Chopin or Bach or whoever it is that you want to play, right? And there was this one moment in the anime where I was like, if I was Kosei, right? If I was Kosei, and someone like close to me was like on their deathbed or something, gang, I wouldn't leave. I genuinely would not leave. I don't know how he's able to keep himself from, I don't know, holding her hand or hugging her at least. Like, that would absolutely break me. If you had somebody close to you, if you had somebody that you love, you care for, and then you're not able to, like, you're not even like getting any physical touch, you're not being able to hold their hand or at least hug them, that would break me. That would break me. I could keep on talking about Kaori and Kosei and how their relationship was, and how meaningful their relationship was. And ironically, even though Watari had a thing for Kaori has had a much more meaningful relationship with Kosei in the first place. And it was, I think it was told right in front of us. She said she never had a thing for Watari. It was just a whole lie, just for her to finally talk to Kosei. And one thing that I'm really happy about, is Tsubaki. I love Tsubaki. I really love Tsubaki, and with how things turned out, I'm happy. I'm happy, and I think if hey, at least this time, Kosei finally realizes how Tsubaki feels for him, and that I'm so glad. I really am glad Tsubaki made that jump, made that leap. When she said to Kosei, when they were taking cover from the rain, when she said that, you have to love me, I was like, yo, no way, she just did that. No way, she just did that. And at that moment, that caught me off guard. I was like, wait, whoa, that's a confession. That is literally, and in that moment, I was so freaking happy. And I was like, let's go, Tsubaki, let's go. But I don't root. It's not a simple way of looking at it. Like, I'm rooting for Tsubaki, and I don't no. I think these relationships that Kosei had with Watari, with Kaori, with Tsubaki, with Aiza, Emi, Nagi, Hiroko, like all these people, and Hiroko's daughter as well. Forgot to mention her. She's really cute. I think I really find it very calming whenever she's on the screen, and she always does something, like she's always smiling, so it kind of alleviates the mood. But yeah, I really think that the relationships that Kosei has had, they're so important. You don't root for one relationship. You don't root for... No, he needs these people. He needs these people as much as those people need him. So with how it ended with Tsubaki and Kosei, for him, Kaori may just be that person that will forever be in his mind, forever will be in his heart. But I think it's not selfish to say that he loves Tsubaki and he also loves Kaori. That may be a very, very odd thing to say, but I do think that, I don't know, it's something more than just romantic love. I just feel like it's more human love, caring for each other, loving each other, and helping each other out in their darkest moments, or whenever they feel hopeless or in despair. I do think that this show has been a very, very good show. It's a very good show, and again, I could go in depth. I can always go in depth. Specifics, I could always do that. I could always pick an episode, talk about this, or I could say how beautiful the music is. The music is absolutely beautiful. The music is absolutely beautiful. The visuals are absolutely beautiful. The story is absolutely amazing. I want to go into detail. I really do. But I just want to make this really short, sweet, concise. Don't need to drag it for far too long. And I want to tell you this. I have this rating system that I always do. And the only thing you need to remember is that for me, an 8 means it's really good. Okay, if you're a 7, if an anime gets a 7, that means you're the standard anime. That means you're watchable, you're enjoyable, all that. An 8, you did really good. A 9 is really difficult to get. There's only few animes there. I think I could name like 2 animes that have reached 9. 10, I have nothing, because I just think 10 is impossible. But Your Lie in April gets an 8 for me. This is the first anime on this channel I've ever had that I've given an 8, that I've finished. Okay, the first anime that I've finished on this channel that has gotten an 8. I love it. I really do love it, and I was so glad that it was good. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. That was very, very, that was amazing. That was a really amazing journey. I didn't feel drained. Yeah, there were definitely moments where I was out of it, but it's not fully to the point where, it made me dislike the show. I think the show's flaws and the show's areas that they might have lacked, like maybe sometimes they felt like, I think the competition arc was a little too long, or I think the competition, the one where the introduction of Aiza and Emmy, that one was a little bit too dragged, but the early episodes and the episodes post the competition were good. They were all good, and I loved them, and they were all good. So there you go. That's Your Lie in April. I'm so happy to have watched and experienced this story, and this is why I watch anime. This is why I love anime. So have a blessed day, afternoon, evening, everybody. I'll see you on the next anime. Sayonara.